My name is Vikram Bhatia. I work with the retail solutions team at IBM, and my role is to work with the Indian retail segment. So I work with most of the large and medium-sized retailers and try to help address their business challenges. This report that I'm going to share about what consumers really want, and I guess all of us understand why is it important to know what consumers want, because our consumers nowadays have too many choices. They are spoiled, and it's very easy for a consumer to move from one place to another. So if a retailer does not really understand what the consumers need and make necessary changes, they are most likely going to lose that customer forever. So IBM, the business consulting team, does a survey, and these results that I'm going to share are essentially based on a survey done across 6 geographies, so US, Canada, UK, and 3 developing economies, China, India, and Brazil, over a set of some 32,000 people spread over different age groups and different income potentials. And what this says is that customer advocacy doubled from 21% to 38% between 2007 to 2008. So essentially what that means is that retailers who did some good work were able to double the number of their advocates, their key loyalists, right? Whereas it also says that a consumer moved from one retailer to another after having around 3 bad experiences. So this is for the US market or the developed market, and the advocacy values, as you see on the right hand side, so quality, store experience, and convenience were the 3 major factors which helped make a consumer into an advocate. This is from the Indian market specifically. So there were 14% advocates in the Indian retail industry. Now Indian retail is just about, modern retail or organized retail is just around 6% versus 90% plus in the developed market. So the numbers are very different. However, if you see that the Indian consumer is much more demanding, has much more choices, and is willing to move to a different retailer, primary retailer, just after around 2 bad experiences. So is much more less tolerant versus an American or a Canadian consumer, right? Here again, the main areas kind of are the same. So product availability is the primary. That I go to a store and I want to buy these 15 different products, so I should have most of them. It should not be that I end up with only 10 of them on the shelf. And of course the assortment and the quality. So these are the top, followed by store experience, convenience, and other factors. So on one side you have the advocates who will do everything that you would want a loyalist to do. Shifters are those who will either abandon a particular retailer completely, or they will move majority of their purchases from your to another retailer. They will only come to you for very specific things that are not available elsewhere, right? So globally the shifters were in the range of 42%. So meaning 42% of the consumers moved their primary retailer to another one. Whereas in India the number was much higher. It was as high as 69%. So what that tells us, what that tells the retailers, is that it's very easy to lose your consumers. So you do 2 or 3 wrong things which have a bad experience, and you lose your consumer forever.